Okay, I'm back. Okay, so long story short, just in case you want to get to know me or whatever, I was telling you about, I talked to this girl at Sally's, and I was open book with her. I went to Beaver Falls School. I graduated high school in '06. I was really popular in elementary and middle school, had lots of friends, this and that. When I got to high school, I was picked on and bullied, like, severely. Really, really bad. But also maybe I'm being dramatic, maybe I'm a little bit sensitive, and maybe I didn't handle it as well. So I was definitely called gay, fag, queer, every offensive, mean, ignorant thing you could imagine. I had tormentors. I had people torture me. Like, our school, the high school was shaped like a capital letter T for tigers. I used to avoid going down certain hallways where I knew someone was going to just bother me, and so I would go the long way and down the stairwell and take a different floor to avoid these people that tormented me. Did I go to my high school reunion? No, I did not. My high school career was a living hell. So I got really good grades in school. I was an honor roll student, and I had all this talent with art and gymnastics. Our school didn't have a gymnastics team. It was really expensive for my parents, and they probably divorced, I like to say, when I was about 10 years old, but the divorce was like a 2 or 3 year process, and it was a very messy, sloppy, like they would fight all the time at night, and I developed insomnia at that time. I used to have really bad OCD. I thought that someone loved, near and dear, close to me was going to die while I was in my sleep. I just had anxiety and stress about it all the time. I had to live in the closet and in denial, even though that my family confronted me about being gay several times, and I always lied and denied. And because I was not a liar, they believed the lies. So, back to high school. School in general. I used to win all the time art contests. In 4th grade, I won this contest that everyone in the school wore the shirt that I made, a t-shirt, and had a tiger design on it. If I can find a picture, I'll link it. But it was for like an Olympics day outside, like a festival that they had us to do and be active. And then in 8th grade, I was the superlative most artistic in my school, and that summer I got to like go to an art school for 2 weeks with other creative kids, and I really vibed, and I had inspiration, and I loved it. It was great. Then my senior year, I was voted the most school pride, and that was because I did the mascot thing with the cheerleaders, for a little while, and I did checker cheerleading, which is like the girls played flag football. What do they call that when the girls do the football? I forget what it's called. The checker cheerleaders and the girls did the football. I forget what it was called, but they had me be a boy dressed up as a girl as a cheerleader. And the seniors versus the juniors, and they did this competition, and I was the flyer. I got thrown in the air really high. So I had won most school pride. So everybody knew I was the most artistic person and the most school pride. And my senior class, I believe, if I correctly, had 300 students in it. Not saying everybody graduated, but like to get a superlative out of all those things is impressive because there was a lot to choose from. So anyway, yes, I was picked on. Yes, I was bullied. I hated high school. I focused on my classes. It's nice that you can pick your superlative. You could pick your electives. You could pick your classes. So I did art and I did Spanish, and I got to choose things, and I just focused on school, and I still got good grades. Don't get me wrong, I had senioritis once I started driving and stuff because I had driver's ed. Once I started driving, I was like skipping school whenever I had my car and this and that. And one time I parked in someone's driveway and they towed my car, and it was a big old mess. I had worked at Subway. I worked a lot of jobs since I was 15. I started, whether it be gymnastics, retail, whatever. But going into, I came out at 23, and it was technically, I was 22 years old, and it was a few weeks before I turned 23, my birthday being at the end of April. And I knew, like, I had spent another Valentine's alone. I was single. I never dated anybody. I never hooked up with anybody, never messed around with anybody, not even a girl. Like, I'm a golden gay or a gold star gay or whatever. And it got to be such a point, like, I knew what I was. I couldn't hold it in no more. I had been talking to people online, and I finally built up the courage to come out. It did not go at all the way I wanted it to. I wish it would have gone so much better. I hear stories where gays come out and they're best friends with their moms, and, they go shopping and this, that, the other. My experience was not such. It was really hard. It was very emotional, very, depressing, anxiety, all this kind of stuff. My mom was the hardest person to come out to because we were so close. before that, and it really hurt our relationship. And it was really, really hard. And she said everything that I did not want her to say, where she blamed herself. She thought she was a failure of a mother. She thought that she carried me wrong in her womb. She thought she did something wrong. And I didn't want her to think that she did something wrong. And it took me a long time to admit that I was gay, to come to terms with it. And then, so that's like my first coming out, I always say. But even later on in my relationship, like years down the road, I had to come out again, so to speak, and realize that I'm not alone and that there's nothing wrong with being gay. The thing that's so horrible about being gay, you feel alone. When you're picked on and bullied, and when you're in high school, you feel like you're stuck with those people from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. That's 13 years of your life. Don't get me wrong, you have summer off, but you feel like you're never going to get away or get free. It's like prison, and it's so depressing and morbid to think about. And yeah, I was depressed and I was suicidal. I had really bad acne. I was made fun of for a lot of things. And the medicine made me depressed. But when I came out, though, it was really hard. I just knew I wanted to go out to a club. I wanted the courage. A lot of people I had talked to, I started to realize I wasn't alone. And let me tell you, when I came out in the scene in the gay world, I was young, I was attractive, I was in shape, I was the shiny new thing that nobody had ever seen before, and I was enamored with the glitz and glam and the gay environment, the scene, the club, the nightlife, the bodies, the everything. Like, I'm often referred to or known as like prude in my community. I've had gay friends when I was in beauty school. I'm so old-fashioned when it comes to relationships. I believe in exclusive, monogamous. Don't be a cheater. Why cheat? That's the most evil, hurtful thing you could do to a person. If you don't want to be with me no more, then tell me and don't be with me. Don't try to have your cake and eat it too and lie to me because I'm not stupid. Like, that's an insult. That's an insult to my intelligence. If you can lie to my face when I know you and you think I'm not going to figure it out because you think I'm stupid or I'm going to believe your lies. So just don't do that. So anyway, 23. I was 22, 2 weeks before my 23rd birthday. I went up to the bar in Utopia, Youngstown area on Midlothian with two girlfriends of mine. My best girlfriend for 20-something years, we had this big falling out. It had to do over a lot of stuff, but it had to do with like money and a horse and all the years that I was such a good friend to her, and she always put me on the back burner when she had a boyfriend. And I was always her, like, want to make plans, and then I wouldn't make any plans, waiting on her, and she would try to see all the other offers that she could get, and like she'd come to me if she couldn't find plans to make. So I was on the back burner, and she didn't treat me as a good friend. And so like, she also turned jealous of me like when I came out, because I met somebody who I thought was really into me and we wanted to hang out, and she like just got bitter and catty about it. So yeah, I ended that 20-year friendship over some stuff. But let me tell you, the older you get, I don't have any friends now, and I'm perfectly fine with being by myself. Being in a relationship is a whole nother thing. I am a clingy, lovey-dovey, needy person. I want to be everything for my partner, my boyfriend or whatever, and I'm the kind of person, you put a lot into a relationship, you want to get back what you put into it. Meet me halfway, 50-50, be mutual about it, have respect, and be classy. In the gay community, a lot of people think I don't rep my community well, or I badmouth them and talk this or that, because my experiences have been bad. I've been attacked and had guys be aggressive and raunchy and filthy, and they blame me because I'm attractive. They're attracted to me, so they think that they can just talk this way to me. They think I'm typical, a twink, a pocket gay, a whatever. Again, there's all these labels. Whether you're top, bottom, or verse. Whether you're a bear, an otter, or whatever. A daddy, a dilf. I don't subscribe to labels. I don't want somebody else labeling myself. They don't know me like that. And I don't label myself because I don't limit myself. Why do you have to be just this, that, the other category? So, I just cracked my back. That's that. And yeah, I have some experiences. I'll talk to you guys more and more as these videos progress, I hope, where I had been cheated on and lied to, and people can be really good at lying. They can be very clever. They can be very sneaky. And because if I'm a forgiving person, or if I'm even an emotional, sensitive, sentimental person, that's not to say that it's a weakness. People think that if you're emotional, if you cry, that you're weak. That perception needs to like leave the world. The same as in the community. Are you masculine? Are you feminine? Are you this, that, the other? Are you too flamboyant? And people always ask my opinions about this kind of stuff. They ask me a lot of questions about like intercourse. They ask me a lot of questions about what's my thoughts on like drugs and alcohol and being promiscuous and being open and this and that. Well, my opinion about a relationship, if you're open, if you and your partner allow each other to do whatever with other people and strangers, if you're having more sex with strangers than you are with each other, then why are you in the relationship? Why aren't you just single? I don't understand why they want to come back to each other and like always have that selfishness, like I can't be alone, I can't handle it. Because it's really greedy and it's bad. The younger generation, the millennials, it's all about instant gratification. Cheating is easy. Everybody knows this. Cheating is easy. Suicide is easy and selfish. It's hard to live through the bullshit. Same as a relationship. It's hard to get through it. It's hard to be respectful and considerate and polite and well-mannered. And it's easy to be ghetto ratchet. It's easy to give up. It's easy to be lazy. It's hard to put in the work and the effort. And it's hard, like, to find someone who appreciates you for you, that you don't have to change who you are. But I do believe in a relationship, you should bring out the best in your partner and vice versa. You should complement each other, meaning complement bringing out the best in, like complementary colors, okay? And you shouldn't have to change your values or your morals or whatever you believe to make somebody happy, but you should try to be the best version of yourself. You should do the best you can do. Be the best you can be. Don't be lazy. Don't settle. Don't get comfortable. Don't do that. Ugh. So, anyhow, I have so much shit I gotta show all you guys. Like, I love being gay because look at this mermaid tail that my mom got me. Like, oh my lord, and it sparkles and it's sequin, and it is a freaking mermaid tail. It's made out of bathrobe material, and you put your legs in here like if you're sitting on the floor. I often sit on the floor, and like I got some cute ass shit like this little Speedo. Totally for gay pride, I love it. This came from Skull and Bones. This was $50. I had this forever ago. And I'm so secure in my skin right now that I will wear this out in public and I don't care. And I've gained a lot of weight recently. You know, like, this is so cute. Yes, Galaxy. I wanted to make a gown out of Galaxy. How cool would that be? And to put rhinestones and bedazzle all over. And then the astrology shit. So, also, I love Calvin Klein. It's the best, most comfortable undies that you could ever wear. These make your butt look phenomenal if this seam goes right in the crack. And these, I don't know if they call these flex or whatever these are called. These stretchy, super soft material. You need to get you some if you're a dude or even if a girl and you like to wear guys' clothes. There's no rules. It's so funny because my ex got me into drag. Okay. You could be masculine, you could be feminine, androgynous. You don't have to be this, that. You don't have to be transgender. You don't have to be a hermaphrodite. You don't have to be shit. The way that today is, and the way that the gays and lesbians and queer, trans, everything's changed over the past 5 and 10 years, like drastically. Like we can get married and everything else. It's like, yay, go us. But there is no rules. I want to be a parent someday, I hope. And if I ever have kids, I wouldn't say like, ugh, this is for girls and this is for boys and this is only this. Because like I grew up doing stuff behind the closet and sneaky and secretive that nobody ever knew. My family and friends didn't know, and it's not their business. It's the same about me and my sexuality. That's between me and my partner, what I'm doing. And I don't take that bullshit to work, because it doesn't affect how I do my job. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, I have to sign off, because this video is coming to a close. But I hope you got to get to know me, and I hope you guys like me. And if you don't, bye. And if you do, stay tuned. Hit that like, subscribe, and share for me. Do it for me, and I'll talk at you soon. Bye.